Sprint 53 planning session for SSW YakShaver. Today, we will review what we accomplished in Sprint 52 and outline our priorities for the upcoming sprint. Let's dive right in. So for Sprint 52 was a 1-week sprint with our full team participating. We had Yuli as our product owner and our team members, Tom, Luis, Steven, Hajir, Rick, and also Josh and Ken helped us with the progress. As you can see in the timesheet, these are the members who worked from New South Wales.
Just with the attendees, you just add us. So, JK, Adam, Callum, Wixie, and just bold the actual people that were doing real work.
We have 2 Adams.
Oh, 2 Adams.
Cool. Wixie is W-I-C-K.
Oh, sorry. Thanks. So this is the timesheet, and it is from our Power BI, and you can also see the sprint reviews, which are available in our YouTube playlist if anyone wants to revisit the details.
Yeah. So now I know you're only in Melbourne and the other guys are in Sydney. Are you guys all sitting next to each other, or are you working upstairs and downstairs?
We're all sitting all together upstairs.
Okay, beautiful. All right.
Cool. So this is what we accomplished so far. I'm going to open it in GitHub so it is easier to read. So there was a couple of stuff that we didn't need to do because we shifted to using extension. And the other things that we worked on was creating an API endpoint to do the try now video. We want to just send the user email to the endpoint with a video and get the Yak shaved. That would be easier for our users, that they wouldn't need to do any sign up or any permission for the tenant. We integrated React Query and Zustand for our state management. This was very useful because it improved our development experience, and also we received a good feedback from Yuli that the portal is much more stable now and works.
The what is more stable?
Portal, the YakShaver portal is much more stable.
Portal, okay.
There were a couple of errors on the integration page that were fixed by me because of course, adding this new libraries had a lot. The Chrome extension is now merged to the main branch. There is a documentation for installing it on your machine. You can go through it, give it a try. Right now, all it does is captures the video on your machine, and you can download the video. So the next step is to send it to that try it now endpoint, and it would process it.
Can I just ask, just to double check?
Yeah.
Why is it a better idea to have a browser extension for YakShaver over a Electron app?
Sure. So browser extension goes through a review by the Chrome extension. It is a very tedious review. So that would give some certainty to the users that they're downloading something which is safe, because we are going to ask for a lot of permissions, including access to the storage, access to control, to see your screen, monitor, and everything. So it's a bit risky. And installing Chrome extension is really easy, and you can run it on any machine, Mac or Windows. But the only downside is for Safari, we would need to have Xcode. Otherwise, if somebody uses Chrome on Mac, it should be okay. That's
right.
the
So
main
if they
reason.
use Chrome on an iPad, it's going to be fine, is it?
I'm not sure if iPad accept
Definitely not.
extension. I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay. So we won't have a story for the iPad other than use Microsoft Teams.
Unless you create a Safari extension.
Right. Okay. All right. Does anyone, like, that's obviously a good explanation by Hajir. Does anyone want an Electron app instead? That would potentially, it would see what apps you had installed and see, you have Snagit, Camtasia, all these different ones, and potentially just light them up, what's there, and auto configure them and stuff. And then you just, every time you want to use YakShaver, you open the Chrome, the Electron app, and press the button record. Yeah.
Is that a long-term thing, question for long-term or for NDC?
Long term, but it's worth knowing because you don't want to spend a ton of time in this Chrome extension, which, to be clear, sounds pretty good, by the way. I'm just exploring it just in case we're going down a road that we will change later. All right. Okay, let's move on then if no one has any objections.
Sure. The next one is try it now, create a public demo GitHub repository. So Tom worked on creating a repo in our GitHub so that whenever we are pushing the work items during the NDC, it would be created inside that playground, and it's not going to be stored in our repositories. It's just for testing. We integrated Google Analytics to our website, which is going to improve our SEO and stuff. And we have YakShaver tried now UI UX. So Ken also worked on that to create some beautiful visuals that we are going to implement for different pages. There are some updates on the hero section that was done by Josh to improve the UI. Again, there is another update by Josh to improve the website roadmap. There's Betty also worked on reviewing the website to come up with some suggestion. Most of these are done. I believe just the last one is pending to be done. Is that right, Tom? Could you give an update in this one?
Josh worked on it, but that's what he said, that he implemented all of the points, and there is a separate PBI for the banner in the backlog.
There was several emails I received from Adam. I created PBI for the long ones, but not for the smaller ones. So this is one of them to have a work item was closed and we removed the graveyard, which is not nice. And this is how it's going to look like. And we have a link to the rule. There is again another UI fix, which is already done and deployed by Josh today. This one is done by Rick. So it was a bug for when you try to create a PBI for Tina.io, you would get a forbidden error, and this is now rectified. Leaderboards is improved by Steven. We have a more beautiful leaderboard, and it shows up to 20 plus. And we also have additional options to get top 20, top 30 based on command. This was another bug that was fixed when we wanted to move a project. There was a validation issue which was not being triggered, and it is fixed by Steven. For the help menu heading, We also received an email from Adam that we want to change from how to use to YakShaver with commands. That is also done. There is another enhancement for the date bug fix on the leaderboard, and this is what I was just talking right now, that we can also use this command to get better leaderboard messages. We also have another ticket which was done by Rick, which it would create a new card if they are not connected to the GitHub account. It would create a card and would show them that they can connect their GitHub to YakShaver.
With regards to that GitHub one, on the help menu, the help card, do you now show at the top your status is on, your GitHub is connected?
So I'm
Or
actually
does-
working on the PBI for that right now. It's
Oh,
still
okay,
in progress.
So it's not done. Okay, no problems. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, the help looks much better now.
This was another fixed by Josh, UI improvement on the YakShaver website. Another one is if the videos are too long, we want to give them a confirmation. We set it for 5 minutes, but as Tom described, it is easy. As Luis described, it is easy to change the value to anything we want. Right now, it is 5 minutes. And this was also another enhancement fix that we wanted to filter out unused project when syncing with GitHub and Azure DevOps. So I believe this is for our infrastructure only. Luis, do you want to give a quick explanation of this?
Yeah, so Yuli has said that for SSW only, because we have a Dynamics project list with all the projects that we have. For SSW only, we will use the Dynamics for our project list, whereas for other clients, we will use the integrated GitHub or Azure DevOps for that, for their project list.
Thank you. So these are whatever has been done in the previous spring, and let's go back to the email.
Can I just make a couple of just comments on all that? Obviously, a lot of good work there. One thing that's not really picked out there, but I know it's the sum of all the parts. You got all the stuff ready for my presentation, which is great. And I think that went okay. And I have another one next week in Newcastle, so there'll probably be more of the same. I think that during this sprint, you fixed the prefix. So the bug emoji always shows the word bug, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, but you're not adding the word feature for all the others, correct?
Yeah, so what happened was the prompt that I gave it, I think it assumed that features should have the prefix feature because I gave it instruction to have the prefix bug. So
Right.
that's on my radar and I'm looking to fix that next
Okay.
sprint.
Okay, because I started knowing feature popped up several times.
Yeah.
Just with the prefixes in general, Lewis, can you just jot this down? But all the ones that are to do with the portal should have a prefix of portal dash. It's much easier to read this. All the ones you'll notice that Josh has put website on all the website ones, but the ones that you guys have done for website aren't there. So add the website one. And with the browser extension, I know it's Chrome, but I think I would just prefix them all with browser ext or something. So, or extension dash or something. But yeah, I think just make sure that we have that, Lewis, on portal, website, browser extension, and bug.
That sounds good. I noted that down.
Okay. And fix that up before sending this email.
Sure. So the code coverage is quite the same, just 0.3% higher than the previous time. The deployment has increased. We did 4 production releases, and we are trying to do at least 1 deploy every day, which would keep things up to date. The application health and server requests, they are pretty good. We received some 404, but they are normal. There was no other issues. The monthly user shows for the previous month is it's showing that people are using YakShaver a lot. They're getting more attention, which is amazing. And
it's amazing.
Yeah, it is much easier to create tickets like this, and I'm sure with the extension it will be much more easier too. And for the roadmap, we can see that for NDC Melbourne we increased to 10%. Try it now is 24% increase, and the sources other than Dynamics, Excel file, Active Directory. This was just one task, and it is completed. So that is also great achievement. Although we have to be quicker to finish Try It Now and NDC as soon as possible.
Right.
We did some research and development on separating logics for different tenants, which made us being able to finish one of the tickets, and that was amazing. Regarding the AI tools, people haven't changed what they were using. Our GitHub Enterprise is not yet activated. It is in the process for our project, so we are waiting for that.
And can I just check, everybody did use those tools? It's not this week. It's not ones they've used in the past. It was actually used in the last week. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
So we can we had a retro session to see what went well and wrong and has to be improved. Tom mentioned that got some good sessions with the designers to find to fix UX and UI to finally UX and UI proof the portal. As you said, more stable portal with Wizard. Steven said successful live demo on UG. Josh said designers working with a lot of people on the YakShaver team and getting awesome work done. Luis said SSW is back to using Dynamics for the project list to reduce the number of problems with picking the wrong project. What went wrong? Yuri said, worried that we haven't been able to get multi-tenancy tested yet. Need DB stuff. Tom is saying working 2 days on client with a day in the middle is not ideal. Would be better if they are consecutive. Steven has mentioned lots of side quests and context switching reduces productivity, which is really important.
Well, I would say that's probably me, and that was for the presentation, and I think it's worth it. So, yeah.
Josh wants to improve fallback case for prefix is too broad as a feature. Luis also wants to improve the URL extraction from AI, which is hallucinating right now.
Right. I would just like to comment. It appears that certain things that have happened have broken things. All right. So sometimes the screenshot has been broken and just missing. When you get these, I definitely would like to understand how that gets through tests and whether you need to add extra tests. There is also sometimes the YouTube link has been weird, and obviously when you did that change to the project from Dynamics to GitHub, something should have broken. So just more integration tests I think are needed. So when you have a problem with the missing screenshot or something, you should not just fix it. Before fixing it, let's cover it with a test and then fix it.
Sure.
Yeah, because you're working with AI, it's going to be fragile.
Yeah.
So, and I definitely put the good there. The good was that presentation. So put a +1 or a bold on the one Stephen did. Yeah, no, so Stephen's just put a +1 on that for me. I thought you guys did a good job. You fixed a whole lot of important bugs before I presented.
Thanks. So this was what happened before, and now we are talking about sprint 53. The goals are quite the same like previous week: make multi-tenancy work and finish end-to-end testing.
Can I put one more goal? Get a whole bunch of my feedback done before the user group in Newcastle.
When is the Newcastle presentation?
I think it's next Monday.
Cool.
Newcastle is one word without a capital C, and change the word "my" to Adams.
Is that /new in Newcastle?
No, that's a different one.
It'll be on Wednesday.
Oh, it's a Wednesday. Sorry.
Yep.
Thank you. Extra days. Great.
So it's on Wednesday. Sorry.
Yeah, Wednesday. Sorry.
I would add Callum. Right. Okay. I think the rest should be okay.
Just bold the ones that are doing the work.
Should we keep Yoli in or?
No, he's not doing your work.
So as per our, these are the tickets that we want to work on. I will quickly give a explanation. So the main thing is we want to get ready for Try It Now and NDC. There is some Wizard UI UX. We received some designs from Kent that we have to implement. We want to do the check for the current status of the shaved yak. This would be good for our extension also. We can get some information. We have a double star here that should be from Adam. So this is an important feature that we have to fix. We want to add GitHub connection status and documentation link to our work items. So we want to also create database schema to store inside tenant DB the shaped yaks. I think right now it's just doing on the YouTube, so we want to improve that one. We want to work on the integrating Stripe payment to our system. So there's some sysadmin works to set up the Stripe and also some to work on our portal. There are a couple of bug fixes that are actually causing data loss and getting duplicate message.
Now, just on the order, Hajir, why are bugs so low down, especially when it's a double emoji? Like, shouldn't the bugs be near the top?
Yeah, we could. I think that the sorting here was just in the email. The sorting is correct. I think I haven't sorted here. It should be by.
Matt, any idea why this is different than what he copies and pastes?
This is sorted by sprint and then status from the looks of it. I'm not sure how he's built this, so
Right.
couldn't say. But if it's different, then there's been some massaging done after the fact.
We can move all the bugs there. Yeah, sure. Yeah, now I think I ruined the sorting. Let me undo that. Okay. We will move everything to the top, especially the important ones for sure. Yeah. Then we have again some UI improvement that Josh is going to work. We have to get sysadmin permissions for this SharePoint that we can get access to and do some testing. Again, we want to default the video hosting location to SharePoint. There's a DB provisioning that Rick has been working and it is done, but he could only test it on production. So we are just waiting to see if everything is working great. There is JSON mode structure with the YakShaver prompts. It has been assigned to me, but since I've had more priority work, I haven't managed to work on it. I would try to work on it this sprint. End-to-end test of new tenant. It is assigned to Tom, and it is in progress. And these and the rest of them are again some bugs and features. Implement new tenant authentication and onboarding completion flag. We have video. We want to add link to issue or email subject in video description. That would be good on our YouTube videos. Teams app fixed release validation issue with YakShaver API. Client portal, implement nickname and GitHub username update UI. AI Whisper, there's a new model in OpenAI that Yuli mentioned. It would be good if we swap our Whisper model with that. That is going to be some R&D. There's a bug that when there's no sound recorded, the AI creates some random work item. Should be fixed. There's another hallucination in URL detection. Sometimes it picks up a wrong URL. Incorrect transcription of YakShaver in video. It seems instead of YakShaver, it picked up something else. So we have to see if we can improve the prompt for better handling. Error converting email to work item. It is another bug that was mentioned. We believe it should be fixed already, but we are going to double check it. Review and enhance availability checks for YakShaver. So that is one of the tasks that it shows availability is 100% all the time. We think it might be just the server availability, not the problems or any issues with YakShaver. We are going to check that too. Fix the missing duration for uploaded videos. Remove unnecessary instruction from prompt in transaction details. And client portal, investigate next out email session without password to allow session details that users can resume or browse back and share result page. So there's some authentication work to be done on the client portal. And there is another fix YakShaver backlog URL error handling that we want to improve the error handling there and simplify email notification title format. These are what we have planned that would cover this sprint. And of course, if we get additional emails, we would put them as priority. And yes, that was all of it. You can visit our.
Hold on one sec. I just want to just comment on that last comment. If you get additional emails, you won't add them as priority. This is the sprint. They would have to be a bug, really. Yeah, this is the backlog. Just in case any Scrum Master white robes are listening.
So, but okay. So you won't prioritize the emails. You would just follow with the sprint.
This should be the plan, unless you get something that is a serious bug.
Sure.
But generally, this is your plan.
Not And yeah, thank you so much. And you can visit our YouTube channel. The sprint will be recorded and available there, and you can see the rest of our beautiful videos and YakShape whenever you need it. Thanks, and have a great day. See you next sprint.
Thanks, Ajay. See ya.
Thank you. See you.